be paid because it's the Government Finance Act. It's a legislative
It doesn't
rule.
be a police officer because you're not allowed any unlawful debt.
It's not.
And it's not unlawful, it's illegal.
It's illegal.
Illegal and lawful are two different worlds.
When he sacks us.
Well, he can't sack you because you've sworn an oath.
To uphold the law.
Not the legalities. This is it.
Well, you tell him that.
I'd love to. Have you got his number?
He sacks somebody every week.
Does he?
Really?
Sounds like a nice chap that I need to hug.
It is what we're saying.
It's an interesting theory, but I don't believe you.
No, don't believe us. Go and look it up.
I have. I've studied statute and everything. And
Yeah,
what I'm saying is,
the words.
the lady's saying that if she commits a public order offence because she...
I didn't say I'd committed a public order. I would commit a public order
No,
offence.
I know you wouldn't, but what I'm saying is we're using a hypothetical theory that if you committed a public order offence, that because you don't agree with the standing under and that you wouldn't be convicted of it, and I'm saying you would.
You'd actually have to go to court because it's all registered corporations, and the police are working for the courts. You're taking people to there, and then they extract the money from them from their signature.
Or put them in prison.
Or put them in prison, which is more monetary. You're still getting...
No, it's not, because they're using the prisoners to make all the blooming uniforms for the army. You know, in America, they get paid $1 an
£800,
hour.
£900 a week to keep a prisoner.
And basically, what are prisoners doing every day in prison? But they're giving their signature over. So it's allowing the government to access their trust fund account, which is the birth certificate. The birth certificate is a stock share.
So, well, you go away and believe that then?
No, I've studied it and I can show you proof. Do you know what I mean? You're quite welcome to add us on the Freeman Eco Village on Facebook and have a look at all the details that we actually put out there.
I will have a look, thank you very much.
Because I truly believe that I want to connect the constables back to the community again, because
I think we are now.
Hang on.
You look at 15 years ago what the police were like then, and you look at what they are now.
No, but I truly believe
much more community focused.
Beating people in London with batons for no reason whatever. Now I wouldn't say.
Yeah, but that's on protest. That's on protest, and it's
for no reason whatsoever. And I've been beaten.
That would be a crime then, because it would be harm, loss, injury, fraud. Now, surely as a police constable, you want to uphold the peace, not just extract money from people for statutes that actually aren't actually committing any crime, where you haven't hurt anyone at all, you haven't done any harm. I mean, even sort of like the Misuse of Drugs Act, for example, it's an act, it needs your consent, right? So smoking some plant that grows naturally.
And you're acting upon the person.
And do you know why it was actually made illegal in the first place anyway, cannabis?
Because it leads to psychotic behaviour.
No. For the wood trade, the wood trade, the clothes trade, the oil trade, hemp is one of the most resourceful plants on the planet. And the wood trade and the oil trade and the clothes trade and materials, you can make all of that from hemp. Henry Ford.
Ralph Lauren top made from?
It's made by slaves, but I got it from a free shop from an eco village.
Right.
I didn't pay for it.
Do you think that by wearing a Ralph Lauren top you're...
It's from a free shop. It's going to get thrown away.
Yeah, but somebody down that lane you're saying is a slave.
Yeah, they have. But we're slaves.
Made this as well.
Oh, yeah.
We're slaves, right?
Are you happy with wearing a Ralph Lauren?
I don't care. I'll be naked. Here, hold this. Here, he wants me to be naked.
Well, I would be naked.
I'm going to get all my clothes on.
Quite happy to
You don't mind, do you?
I don't mind.
You do mind.
Just get up.
You know, the last time I was arrested and I got released without charge, the police officer said to me, he said, if statutes and acts require consent, then nobody would consent. I said, exactly, now you're getting the picture, Phil. I said, and the thing is, then you'd be left with the crimes of harm, loss, injury, fraud, and breach of the peace. That covers all crime. And you would be seen as a peacekeeper and everyone would love you. You're smiling a happy smile. Because most of the time he's being told to go out and basically grab people. There's all these targets to be met. And, I was a staff nurse. I know how much corruption is in that industry. It's all corrupt. The police service is corrupt because you're not there any longer to protect people. You're there to protect banking interests.
We are, and I disagree with you. And if you look at the police service 10 years ago, we were focused in on government-driven targets.
Right.
Now we're not. We're all community-focused. We listen to the communities. We do what the communities tell us to do. So if 10 years ago, if somebody had said to me, the problem is the group of kids stand on the corner, we wouldn't listen to them. We would have just went on our merry way, tackling burglary, car theft, things like that. Now, if they say to us, the problem that's blighting our lives is the group of kids standing on the corner, and we'll tackle the group of kids standing on the corner. If they're saying that it's littering, we'll tackle the littering. So we do listen to the communities now, and we're our communities driven and citizen focused.
I agree with you, because like basically you probably have joined like the force for the good reasons and the intent to help communities.
I was a civil engineer, I was earning a lot more.
But you're taught to do a process, and you're taught that process over and over, and you're also taught that you've got to do the process correctly, otherwise it's not given the force of law. Now, you're not told how it's given the force of law, and on all your statutes and acts, they're acting upon the person, and the person being a corporation, stroke legal fiction, they want you to admit to us being. Now, I'm not a corporation, and I'm not a legal fiction, am I? No, I'm a man. So by their definitions, you need me to consent because it's a society, group of people joined by mutual consent. So if I do not consent, them rules are just bound to people that are members of that corporation, and that corporation being the Northumbria Police. Registered corporation, maybe with CCJs against them.
To make money. I mean, that's at the end of the day, you might be there to do a good job, to look after the people, but you know, with the statutes and acts, they can be used in any way that people want. You can get a good company outcome.
I mean, that's the government choice, you know, and
the
people elect the government.
No, we don't.
Well, we do.
The government's choice. Can you point to the government? Can you say that's the government? Because the government's a corporation. It's defined as a fiction. Do you know what I mean? All corporations are defined as fiction. Any legal title is defined as a fiction. Property is a legal title. Property is a fiction. So all people own are fictions, pieces of paper. Now, you can't physically own the land. So the Queen now has claimed to hold all the land in trust until a competent heir from God comes back to claim it from her. Now, you've got a hierarchy system in the court. God's at the top, right? Because they swear on the Bible and everything. So who's number 2?
After God?
Yeah.
Queen.
No, because equality before the law is paramount and mandatory. Therefore, I'm number 2 and everybody's my equal. You're my equal.
And the Queen is our equal. And actually, the Queen is just a legal title. It's not her. It's a corporation run for profit as well. Elizabeth, whatever her name is, Saxmeyer or...
Yeah, she's a German, isn't she?
Is
St George's a Turk.
just a corporate entity.
No, well, that's not proven.
It's not her. It's not her.
Nobody knows where St George is from.
I'll have to look into it more. The way I see it...
There's no way of knowing where he's from, is there?
Well, I suppose so.
Some people say he was a Turk, some say he was a... whatever.
He was a money man, that's what he was.
Well, exactly, he was...
He killed the dragon.
Can we do one thing before we go? Can I have a picture? You wear my hat and I'll wear yours?
No, I cannot do that.
Oh, come on, Dave.
As long as it's back to front.
What, you got Metropolitan Peace?
Police.
Peace?
Yeah, I know.
Peace is good,
come on, you've sworn to keep the peace.
Ah, yes.
Please, Dave,
No,
come on, be a man.
You don't know if I've got headlights, do you?
Oh,
there's cures.
Maybe I've had to shave my head because I've got headlights.
Oh, you're saying I've got headlights?
No, I've got to protect you.
You got to protect me.
That's why I've had to shave my head.
I give you trust. You could be the trustee and I'll be the beneficiary of wearing your hat.
Go on then, come on then.
Top man. Take a picture.
Yes.
There's 2 seconds, so I'm just going to choose from video of the pictures.
Okay.
One more.
Go.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Nice to talk to you anyway.
And yourself, Geezer.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, take care.